Good afternoon, beautiful people. I am coming at you guys today with a leg day. If you guys don't know who I am Jay. I'm trying to get used to the camera, as you can see. But yeah, as I'm always going to repeat myself, today's leg day. Um, as always, did my warm-ups or on the treadmills, kind of get myself going. Um, Today, or as I said in the previous video, I'm gonna kind of be like aggressive this week with working out. I feel very good and whatnot, but I'm gonna end up doing an aggressive approach this week. So as you can see when I'm behind, squat rack. So I think the goal for regular squats, we're gonna just go ahead and do, I'm gonna say 3 sets of 5. We'll start off something low, medium, and then go ahead and do something heavy. And then from there, I think I'm going to try and do a compound movement. Don't know if it'll be deadlifts or it'll end up being like power cleans, but we'll go ahead and see. Other than that, let's go ahead and just jump into it because it's a full leg day. It's going to be long and it's starting to kind of get busy in here. So I don't want to kind of prolong on things, you know? I'll do it if I have to, like explaining wise, but yeah. I don't have any clips. So I'm gonna see how we're gonna do today. So let's go ahead and jump into it. That was real nice. Okay, y'all, so I managed to secure some clamps. I'm kind of happy about that. Not gonna lie, cause you know, we go tilt, whatever, I'm fucked. Anyways, first set, nice, real good. Ass to the grass, that's how we're trying to go for, aiming for. I got 205 on right now. I'm gonna see how it is without a belt. Usually once I kind of get past like that 200-pound threshold, I like to kind of have like that that belt on just in case. But we'll see how it is. If I gotta kind of like rack it because I'm starting to feel some type of way, I'll do it. But I think I should be fine for the most part. And then I gotta kind of decide on what I'm gonna do for the last set. So yeah, let's go ahead and get 205 going. Real nice. Okay, fam. So we're going to go ahead and do 250. See if we go ahead and knock it out. Get it out the way. I think this is kind of like my PR, my limit right here. So yeah, let's see if we can knock it out without having to stop. So. Okay, y'all. I could have probably gone and done the 4th or 5th one, but I feel like I would end up struggling with it, like overdoing myself, like flexing out. So I'm gonna just try and kind of catch myself because, you know, it looks like it's going up smooth, you know, probably on footage, but I'm kind of having that slow little pace going. using breathing technique to kind of help as well. But for the most part, um, yeah, it feels real good going. But let's go ahead and knock out our last two. All right, I'm happy with that. Super happy. I'll take it, you know, definitely take it. So that was 250. I'm happy about the 250. I think now what we're gonna go ahead and do is go ahead and do power cleans. I think I want to go ahead and do a power clean approach today. So let me unrack it and then have you guys prepared for it. Okay, so I'm set up for power cleans. What I'm thinking for power cleans is maybe it'll be like 5 sets, but I'm wondering if I should do like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 type of situation. Think that's where I want to go. Um, which wouldn't be bad because then I was thinking, well, maybe 5 sets at three, but I'll tell you, I do that, I'm going to be so fatigued. I'm going to be so drained with my other workouts. Um, so I'm kind of contemplating about it. Um, we'll see. You know what? I think I might end up doing like 3 sets of 5. Let's do the 3 sets of 5. 3 sets of 5? Yeah, we'll do 3 sets, but I think we'll keep it somewhere between like 3 and 5. Let's do that. 3 to 5 reps for 3 sets. So let me go ahead and start off with this 135, and then I'll jump into something medium. So here we go. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and attempt 185. I've done it 185 before. Like I said, I'm just kind of feeling now slightly fatigued from doing the 135 for 5. So like I said, going for the second set, 3 to 5, and went ahead and put some wrist wraps on just to kind of help me a little bit more with stability when pulling up. So even from there, I don't think I need my belt. Uh, but you know, the initiative, like when you're doing this, uh, you know, you have like 5 or 6 movements going into one. Um, and as I'm pulling it, you know, I'm keeping it close to my shins, trying to drive off from my thighs, my hip area, get underneath, you know, front squat, you know, driving off on my heels, going up, and you know, just finishing at the top. That's really it. Um, and of course, breathing, you know, not to flex out and stuff, and not to hurt myself. But yeah, like I said, let's go ahead and try and go ahead and do 185, and then move up to like our heavyweight, you know. So let me get going. All right, y'all. So I was very contemplating about it. If I should have done like 205, 215, 210, you know, I'm like, let's try and get 225. You know, I think last week, I did a deadlift at 225. Good, you know. The only question is, would I be able to pull it up far enough, fast enough for me to get underneath it? Because I know, like, once I'm underneath it, I could go up. You know, I could do the adjustments. I could go up. But the question is, could I get it under or get it above me to get underneath it quick enough? I don't know. We'll see. So I'm gonna kind of catch myself. I went ahead and got some water and whatnot, kind of hydrate up. But I need to like start mentally checking in right now. Because like I said, I really don't want it to land on my thighs and shit. So let me go ahead, kind of catch myself in a little minute, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attempt for 225. Can't do 225, we'll go down 5 pounds or whatever the case is. But I want to get 225. I want this to be like my PR, you know. So let's go ahead and get squared away. Okay, y'all. Quick jump in. Took too long of a break. Ended up getting a phone call. Kind of messed up my focus. Got the 225 for the first one. It was just not perfect. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, drop. Went to 210. Went to 210. We'll see how that goes. I could get the 210, but kind of disappointed about it. But hey, we got the 225. You know, it's just too long of a break. So go ahead and jump into 210, knock out 2 or 3, and go about our way. So here we go. Okay. So went ahead, got 210 for 2. Okay. It is what it is, you know. Am I happy? Hell no. Not happy one bit. Um, but that's what happens when I take forever and take too much of a like rest. It just kind of messes me up. But we're done over here in this station. Move on to another station. But I'll take it. I'm okay about it. Not satisfied, but that's all part of the game. So let me go ahead and clean up this weight and we'll move on to the next station. Okay, y'all. So we're going ahead and hitting hack squats right now. I'm still kind of disappointed about power clean. That is going to rub me the wrong way all day. But go ahead and do hack squats. I'm gonna do 3 sets of 3. We're gonna do 3 variations as far as like foot placement to kind of go ahead and hit quads. Do something wide, medial, or neutral, and close, and kind of switch it up. But I'm thinking 3 sets of 3, and then we'll go keep on going up the weight. So go ahead. It wasn't too bad. Thought it was gonna be worse. But yeah, go ahead and show you guys on this next one how I have my feet placed. Kind of give you an idea. But wide, like I said, neutral, and then close. So there you go. All right, so I have my foot placement already set, but as far as weight, I got 205 on right now. Am I wearing the right proper shoes? Hell no, but it's okay. It is what it is. Go ahead, get this 205 going. Okay, we're done for a second set. But you guys kind of have the idea as far as like how my feet are placed. You know, close, neutral, wide. You know, going based off of placement. You know, you go wide, you're working more outer. You know, abductors. Neutral, you're kind of working more of the medial part of your quads. As you get close, the inner. So, a little fun fact for you guys. Okay, so attempted for 225 right now, and that's really it. Go ahead and get these, well, 9 reps. That's really what it is, 9 reps. Well, get this third set out the way, and yeah, I'm really feeling it. Like I said, I feel very discouraged about like what happened with the power swing, but that was something where I'm like, yeah, I should have not answered that call, but I had to answer the call. It's like one of those scenarios. So we'll go ahead and do the 225 for hack squats. Oh man. I am dying, y'all. Can't even move. It's gonna be one of those days. I'm already feeling it. But next station. Let's go ahead and get it going. Okay. What we're going on right now, calf raises. I'm gonna end up doing calf raises twice, both standing and right now I'm doing sitting. But the whole purpose for the whole standing and sitting calf raises, it's kind of simple, you know. It's the fact that for sitting, you only get from the Achilles tendon about halfway, you know. You're not really doing anything for the full calf. You're probably getting from like ankle and probably midway underneath where the calf muscle is. While in contrast to like doing standing, well, guess what? You're going everything from ankle all the way up to like your hamstrings, you know, the back of your knee. So you kind of like restrict a little bit. But what's so nice about doing the sitting portion, you can start kind of thickening out those calf muscles. Compared to like when you're standing, well, guess what? You start to, you know, kind of get that more definition, that look on your calf. And, you know, sorry for kind of like showing and pointing or rubbing, but, you know, all this by standing, you start to just kind of give it a little bit more definition as far as like when you're sitting, you kind of give it like that thickness. That's what I've kind of gained out from it. But as far as for this, it's nothing crazy. I think I'm going for 3 sets of 10 or maybe 4 sets of 10. I'm not gonna kind of do anything crazy with weight wise. Might do the 45 for 2 times, but yeah. And as I'm doing this, kind of pushing off on my big toe and driving, letting my gears go all the way into the ground, you know. So yeah, so as I'm tiptoeing, hopefully you guys can kind of see. So I'm here, going all the way down, now, driving heel down into the ground. That's it. So that's a little trick, a little pointer for you guys, you know. But let's go ahead and get into the second set. Same thing. This time I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and have my toes flared out a little bit, just to kind of get myself a little bit positioned a little bit better or feel comfortable, you know. So here we go. Okay, that's 10. Definitely filmed that one. But yeah. Other than that, try doing both. Try doing both calf raises if possible. And I'll tell you, when it comes to legs is like one of the biggest like muscle groups that you have on your body, of course. But it takes so long just for like the development, just for your like legs to get big. I always encourage like people to like work on your legs before doing your upper extremity. Like your upper body, you could do that anytime. Trust me, any given time. But your lower legs, like as much as like you use it daily walking and stuff, it's just so much that you have to do, you know? And I'll tell you, as I'm doing this, you just take your time. You know, there's no rush. You know, you get more of a stretch, more of a feeling taking your time doing your workouts than rushing it, you know? I think in the previous video I said like the more you're like kind of like rushing like either heavy weight or something, that you're going to end up struggling on, the chances of you injuring yourself, it's kind of high, you know, or like a 50-50. I always say 50-50. You never know. But like I said, just take your time with it. Like I'm taking my time with these calf raises, and you best believe I'm dying internally. I'm feeling pain internally. So go ahead. All right. Here's my 10, y'all. Oh, they're super tight. But in a good way, you know? All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and work on glutes, hip thrusts. Now, am I going to end up using this? Hell no, these are for pansies. You know, we need it to kind of get around your waist, kind of raw, you know? But in this case, we're going to go ahead and work on hip thrusts. Got 135 up, at least. Anytime I see 45 and 45 on both sides, consider it like 135. So, got that going. And actually, let me take it back. I'll go this one right here. But we got 135 on. Went ahead and put some 25-pound plates to kind of give me that little extra leverage from the platform. And I'm going to go ahead and do 2 placements far out. And then I'm, of course, going to do kind of close in. I'll kind of switch it in, switch it up. So go ahead and get this going. I think I'm going to do 5 sets of 5. Work up heavy. So here you go. Now we're going to go ahead and do close. That was real nice, real comfortable. All right, let's go up. We'll wait. All right, folks. So we got 205 on now. Well, honestly, this isn't a bad workout. The only thing is just having to go from all the way down all the way up. So, all right, second set. Got 3 more sets after this. But what we'll go ahead and do is, like I said, go from inside. I'll go ahead and do inside first, and then we'll go ahead and work outside. So, here we go. Oh, damn. Oh, it's been a while since I've been like this. Oh, okay. Third set right now. Go ahead and get adjusted. Oh, man. 2 sets left. Can't come any faster. Here you go. Gotta torture ourselves a little bit. All right. Go ahead and get my feet kind of positioned. All right. Third set right now. Go ahead and knock it out. 225 right now. Okay. That feet a little bit closer. There we go. Okay. That felt real good. All right. So we got 315 on now. See if we can get this 315. It's been a very, very long time since I put 3 plates on. See if we can go ahead and get 315, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I am like, boom, exhausted, burnt out. But, you know, you gotta push. Boom. All right. See if we can go ahead and get this one done. I think I'm gonna do closed feet. Closed feet, knock that out. Then go ahead and get into wide base. Here we go. Oh, that's heavy. Oh man. Last one. Let's go ahead and get 5. Come on, y'all. Hype me up. Hype me up. I feel like Goku. Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Give me a spirit. Give me that spirit ball. Here we go. Feeling in my booty, y'all. Pause. No homo. God. You know, I am gassed. Imagine we got one more set. All right. Ain't gonna do it itself. Did I put on another crazy amount of weight? No. Heck no. Went ahead and just added 5 pounds on. So we're at 325 right now. So either this is gonna make or break me. We'll see. But other than that, let's go ahead and get the 325 out the way and get our way from being tortured. You know, like right now, feeling it kind of like in my hamstrings and my glutes. Man, just one of those experiences, you know. So this one, I don't know if I might have to take a break. I'm not sure, but we'll see. There you go. All right, y'all. Got one more. Got close. Go ahead and adjust my feet right now. All right. I am done, y'all. Booty workouts. All right. While I catch myself, we'll move on to the next station. And let's go. Okay, so right now we're gonna kind of work on a little bit on hamstrings. You know, kind of some hamstrings extensions, I guess. And yeah, the goal for this is to kind of really start like working the glutes, hamstring, back area. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 sets of 10 for this. Nothing crazy because I still got to go ahead and move on to the other stations, equipment, and stuff. But yeah, I got 25 right here. May go up to a 35, which is like right next to me. So I might go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you both a. Well, start off with a anterior side and posterior side of like kind of like what I'm doing. You'll see it from the front, and hey, it's just for educational reasons. But you'll see the back side of me, kind of hamstrings working, activating, and yeah. So let's go ahead and knock out these 10, and show you the other viewpoint. So let's go ahead. Okay, done with the anterior. Going on to a 35 and show you posterior side. So let's go. Okay, here we go for the posterior side. Hopefully you guys be able to see, but go ahead, knock this one out. There you go. That's it. I'll tell you, I am pooped. I am tired right now from legs. Yeah, this is definitely like a leg day. But I don't know. I think after I'm gonna keep on talking about it. I think after the whole power clean or whatever, my whole momentum down. But it's okay. We're finishing strong. So off to the next station. Okay. So it's gonna be a little minute for me to go ahead and get these dumbbell ones. We're gonna go ahead and use dumbbells to kind of do what we want to do. But it's gonna be a little minute just because dumbbells are taking up, like all the benches and stuff, just taking up. So gotta kind of move back and forth for these. But we're gonna go ahead and work on quads and hamstrings. 2 variations, forward, back, and what we're gonna go ahead and do is 3 sets, 5 each leg, and we'll go up by 10 pounds. So I'll finish off with 55s. I think I feel comfortable there. So other than that, that's about it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, that was first set right there, y'all. Well, I am dying. I am feeling it. I'm really fatigued right now. Just doing power cleans. it's like one of those things where it just kind of drains you so much, but it's okay. It's a good thing, I think, in my opinion, just to kind of like, fill in it. So, all right, go ahead and jump into the 45s. And as far as like how I have my foot placement, they're kind of like not too far apart from each other. It's like almost as they're like staggering right behind each other, but with a little bit of space. As I'm doing it, one's more upright, and the upright one is more to kind of go ahead, target hamstrings. As you tilt a little bit more forward, going ahead and targeting quads. Is that the way it is? Let me think. No, I take it back. It's the opposite. I think it's the opposite. Forward, I'm having a brain fart right now. But being forward, hamstrings, being upright is going to target quads. So let's go ahead and knock out these 5. Okay, I gotta take my breather, y'all. Been too much on my feet right now. I'll say, like right now, I have a lot of emphasis right now going on those hamstrings right now compared to the quads. Just feeling it more on my hamstrings right now, especially after doing bridges. Yeah, I'm getting right. So last set, third set, 5 each leg. And then from there, I don't know what's next. I'm gonna try and, I wanna go ahead and do dumbbell sumo squats. I think I'm fine. I think after doing the hip bridges, it helped me. I think I'm satisfied where I'm at with that one. But like I said, let's go ahead and knock this out. And then I have abductor machine that I still got to do. Leg extensions and leg curls. And I got calf raises. I got the standing calf raises that I got to do. So once we get to those last 4 or 5 machines, it's treadmill or Stairmaster. Break up that lactic acid that's building up right now. Some of my legs that's giving me like that inflammation. And that's a good day. That's a cool, fantastic day. So let's get it going. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Moving on to the next station with the amount of energy left I have. Let's get to it. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and hit leg curls, y'all. Let's hit leg curls. I thought about doing the one laying down, but I don't know. I don't feel like laying down right now. I feel like sitting more than anything. So go ahead and do curls. Get that going. Got 60 right now, but this feels so amazing right now. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe for this, we'll go ahead and do 4 sets. We'll do 10, 10, 8, 6. Finish off like that. And then from there, hopefully we do leg extensions. So I think I've already exceeded 10. But it feels so good right now. All right. And adjust it. So it went up to 100. So, and I'll tell you, like while doing these leg curls, kind of putting like that emphasis on your hamstring as you're going ahead and like really like pull it like to the point where you're trying to almost like secure something in the back of your leg and prevent it from like falling. Nice, slow, aggressive on the way down. It'll be good. There you go. That was nice. So, as I said, as you're going ahead down to the bottom, it's like you're wanting to kind of like tuck or hold on to something on the back of your legs. You're gonna add a lot of emphasis on that hamstring. I'll even tell you this because I was trying to like really think when it came to doing calf raises. I was like, well, does it matter for foot placement? For calf raises, no. For this, yes. As you're either having your feet inwards, outwards, or whatever the case is, you're going to target the different parts of your hamstrings a little bit. So, like right now, I think for the 2 sets, I went ahead and had them flared out because they feel comfortable right now off the padding. But this one, I'll go ahead and try and keep them straight, neutral, parallel. And then for the last one, go ahead and have them inwards. But let's go ahead and knock it out. That was real nice. All right, so that was 140 we had on at 180. We're gonna go ahead and try and keep our feet inward. And yeah, so 180 for me, I want to say it's not like my breaking point, but it's heavy. It's heavy. So let's see what we can do with this, you know? There you go. So I am done with that one. Wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't too bad. But I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is do isolated, separate leg curls. Like I said, I always try to see just kind of like what side's weak, what I gotta kind of spend a little bit more time on, what needs, what needs that TLC. So go ahead and start off with 30 pounds. Start off with the right side. Let's kind of see. Felt great, really great. All right, off for the left side. I got one set. One more set for 10 and you're good. We'll go ahead and go up to 60. Knock this out. Have the next individual take it. Here we go. All right, one more. And we're good, y'all. Felt amazing. Off to the next station. Okay, y'all, so as I was doing, still doing hamstrings, I'm still gonna go ahead and target hamstrings. So, got the ropes right here. I have it on 27. All I'm gonna kind of do is still do like some hamstring extensions, but with the ropes, I'm gonna kind of stretch the back a little bit, stretch the hamstring, get emphasis on it, So, kind of wide base and whatnot. Just kind of going back, keeping legs straight. And then as I get a good stretch, kind of pull to the hips, finish off at the hips. Same thing, just go back, keeping elbows, forearms through the hips, just following through, you know. It's a real nice stretch. And a lot of emphasis on the hamstrings once you start to go up with weights. Mind you, as I'm finishing through, I'm trying to go ahead and squeeze my glutes. Work on glutes a bit too, you know? So, one of those weird workouts, exercises, because most people don't do these. And it's kind of, like I said, awkward looking, but it does the job. Listen, you can't be ashamed of the game, you know? So, all right, going up by 2. Like I said, as we're going and we're doing forearms, inner thigh, and I'm just coming, using pelvis just to kind of do everything, and stretching out hamstrings and squeezing those glutes. So, all right. So, not gonna lie, for this third set, I think I'm gonna go ahead with like a wider base. Put more emphasis on the backside, especially towards the glute area for these pulls. I feel like just being kind of like parallel, a little bit wider than being parallel. It's like, I still feel it, but starting to kind of like lose that little stability and stuff, and I'm always having to kind of like adapt. But let's go ahead and kind of open up our base a little bit more, see where that goes. And then from there, I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on adductor off of these. So let's switch it up. right, y'all. And that's it for this one. Okay, y'all. So, knowing me, I'm kind of like that introvert, and it's starting to kind of like get full over by the cable machine. I wanted to do abductor and abductor. I said, you know what? Screw it. Not even planning on doing it. So, what I'm gonna go and end up doing is I'm actually gonna show you guys a tibia, little tibia kind of exercise. Now you guys are wondering, what the hell is a tibia? It's literally your shin. So, you know, like when you get shin splints and stuff like that, you need to kind of strengthen up your tibia. If not, you are having a lot of, you know, a lot of shit kind of going on your quads, hamstrings, and other extremities of like your leg. So, there's actually a tibia machine. They just don't have it here. I've used one before. But if you don't have access to a tibia machine, you can actually use a kettlebell. This is a 4 kilogram kettlebell. As far as conversions into pounds, I couldn't tell you, you know. But anyways, if I had to take a guess, maybe about 5 pounds, give or take, I don't know, 8 pounds. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're just gonna start on ground, touch, up, touch, up, touch, up. And for this, I think I wanna go ahead and hit 15. And we're kind of doing both sides of the feet. And like I said, we're just wanting to start developing that shin, or that muscle around the shin area. And I'll tell you, it's a killer, you know. Even too, it helps develop with ankle mobility, surprisingly enough. But yeah, if you've never done this, you'll be feeling it. Okay, I think I went past 15. I think I did 20. I don't know. Probably cheating myself, but that's what happens when I talk and I'm not paying attention. I can't multitask, y'all. There's no such thing as multitasking. Most would say yes, most would say no. I say no. There's no such thing. All right, we'll say this is 12 right here. Okay, definitely feeling that. All right, so we'll do one more. I'll kind of bring it a little bit more closer to myself. Kind of like I said, put a little more emphasis on the shin. But yeah, you know, it's just like one of those things, like how I said in prior. You know, you do these weird exercise. Most people are like, "What the heck are you doing?" And you know, buddy right beside me, um, right after I went ahead and got done, he asked me, he's like, "Is that supposed to be working out on your hamstrings?" I say, "Yeah, dog." And then I gave him the whole breakdown about it, and you know, it's just like I said. Most people are like, "What? Really? Is that true?" But yeah, like you know, like those weird exercises, you'd be surprised on what they could do. Because you know, most people stay with like the traditional standard, you know, equipment and things, and it's just kind of like, all right, what is new to kind of like break that boundary, break that like comfortability. Jeez, can't even speak. I'm so excited just to talk. But yeah. So like this is another weird exercise. And like I said, most people are like, what the heck? What is that? What are you doing? But yeah, if you know, you know. That's what I say. If you know, you know. All right, we're done here. So I'm gonna see if there is another equipment open. If not, oh, guess what? I know the perfect one. Let's see if we can get it. But just be prepared. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and work on the abductor. This one wasn't the machine that I was really excited about. I was hoping to kind of like, you're like, surprise. But maybe y'all might know. But we're going to go ahead and start on 30s for abductors. Like I said, trying to really start kind of opening up, kind of start thickening the outer sides. And for this one, you know, it's so easy for me just to kind of like open up and do this and go heavy. But the real challenge is once I start to move forward, that's where the challenge is, because now we're going ahead and working on abductor and working on glutes. So here, go ahead and just do it one time since we're going down. Go ahead and kind of work on glutes a little bit, spread out a little bit, and yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and go off the weight. I think I'm gonna do 3 sets. 3 sets of 10. So here we go. I'll tell you, all of a sudden, it just started to get so crazy. It was so dead in here. You know, a lot of people on the dumbbells. And then now all of a sudden, no, you're good. And then all of a sudden now, I'll tell you, it's just packed. I don't even have my watch on to know what time it is. Okay. Why? Oh, tell you, my glutes really activated. So I'll go ahead and get this last set out the way. Get this last set out the way. 3rd set, and we're going for 10. So go ahead and get the regular ones out. Start putting that emphasis on the glutes. So now, I'm starting to get a cramp on my hip. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get glutes. All right. That's it. Just get in, get out. That's it. I'm not going to go crazy with burnout or anything. No. I think I'm good. So let's go on to the next station. Okay. We are currently on adductors. Okay. Just like the other one, I'm going to try and keep it very equivalent. Keep it the same. Right now we got 30s, and like this one, I don't feel like there's too much of a variation when it comes to this. You know, like it's just pretty standard. You just squeeze it. That's it. So, you know, the whole aspect about the adductors is you're just trying to go ahead and start filling in that little groove, that gap, you know, between your legs. You know, whenever you look at your legs, you know, for women out there, you know, you like a bikini or something like that, and you feel some type of way because you're like, man, I have like that negative space in there. I'll tell you, once you start working on your abductors, quads, and really filling in with the hamstrings, you'll come together. You know, it's not real. Like, I'm trying not to be funny. You know, it's like one of those like serious things. You know, the more you're able, like I said, the more you're able to kind of work on building the inner part of like your groin area, you'd be very surprised how everything just starts flowing and coming together. So, there's so much that you could do to kind of like build glutes and everything. But like I said, what's gonna make it and break it is like that inner thigh, your inner thighs, really your quads. So, oh, inner calves. You got nice calves, nice lower legs. Your legs are gonna look big. So, okay, we're doing pretty good so far. I think this is wide enough. Go one more out. This one will do heavy. So we got 120. But what I like to kind of like have it how it is simply just a nice stretch. Have a nice stretch. Put a lot more emphasis on the inner part, my groin area, and help promote it to get big. So let's go ahead and knock out these last 10. Beautiful. That's what I call beautiful. Majestic. But off to the next station, y'all. Okay, y'all. So we're coming to you with the most anticipated one that I was trying to tell you guys about. Calf raises. Standing calf raises. Yeah, I'm going to die off of this one. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and do two. I'm doing like 2 burnout sets. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Starting off with, actually, let me put it to 50. We'll start off with 50s. Start off with 50s. Do a burnout set, see how we feel from there. And then either we stay with the same weight or we go up. More than likely, we're probably going to end up going up. But same concept as the seated ones. Coming all the way to the top off a big toe, trying to drop it down to our heels. So. Is that what you need? Jesus. I'll tell you, not fun. The feeling don't feel good. Can you hear? Imagine that. The feeling don't feel good. Oh God. I just cracked myself up. Like, it's not funny, but it's funny in my head, way I say. Anyways, off on the tangent. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I think I feel comfortable with the 50s. I'm not going to go ahead and increase because I'm putting a lot, driving to the top, coming all the way down. But at least what I'll go ahead and do for you guys is bring you guys up real close to my beautiful calves and give you a posterior side of my calves, So let's go ahead and stick with the 50s. All right, y'all. That's it. I'm done with calf raises. Hopefully you got a beautiful shot off of that. But now we're off the cardio. Am I going to show you cardio? No. That's boring. I got to run. I got to do so it's gonna take up too much time. I won't be able to talk. But I'll meet you at stretching. So let's go. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end up doing like a quick review overall. I just got done doing my stretching. It's like a damn jungle in here at this point. But squats today, or legs today, it was fair. It was okay for the most part. Um, there's some things that we could have done some improvement on or whatever, but you know, it kind of is what it is. Um, like I said, power cleans kind of bothered me. That kind of like stayed on my mind, like for the rest of the workout and stuff like that. But you know, that's something that I can't really kind of control. It's just something that, you know, like when we get to 225, like we'll perfect, and all I can kind of do at this point is just work on technique, work on working on more reps, changing up the variety, changing up like just ways to kind of go ahead and improve myself off of that, you know. At one point I did kind of go back and look a little bit, skimmed out like my technique for power clean, and as far as like exaggerating on that pull, I was kind of like too far out. I have to kind of be a little bit more shrugged with myself as far as for the pulls, but hey, that it is kind of like what it is. I can't do anything about that until next time. But like as far as things with quads, hamstrings, I feel like we really achieved I think we went above and beyond like for hamstrings today, which I wasn't really kind of aiming for or expecting, but you know, it was a leg day, you know, so kind of happy, you know, and I'll stay pleased with it. But yeah, you know, like I really can't say anything else. Like, you know, there's just so many varieties, so many different things that you could do for legs, and we had to kind of cut a lot of things out just because, you know, power cleans is just kind of like one of those movements where it really does drain you, you know. You don't know it'll drain you until you do it, you know. But overall, it was an okay day. Hey, next day or whatever, we're gonna end up kind of going ahead and working on. I'm thinking maybe chest. I think we'll end up doing a chest next time around. Um, but yeah, so did cardio. We ran, did some different things to kind of like break down that lactic acid that's going to be building up in my legs. That way I don't feel so sore, so you know, like tight for tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, you know, thanks for joining in and just kind of like watching, you know, me work out. That's the best way to say it, working out. You know, if you have any take off of it, try and throw in some things that I did into your workout. Give it a little change if you want to. And as always, you know, you have like any comments, any kind of questions of like why I'm doing what I'm doing, just leave it down in the comments, you know. Like the video if you could. I'm not begging anybody, but it'd be nice to like it, kind of start enhancing this channel. But other than that, till next time, and yeah, be prepared for the next workout day.